What's up? What's up, people? What's going on? Okay, so yeah, look at this. Look at my new setup, man. Look at this new setup. It's freaking dope. Um, what is going on here? 1 second, 1 second. I'm just trying to load, trying to go live. Oh, okay. I messed that up. Anyways, so yeah, look at my new setup. Somebody's getting better. It's an homage to Sandler. I love this little setup. It's dope. I realized there was too much light coming in because I had a window behind me, and I was like, man, this lighting looks horrible. And I was like, how can I fix it? So what did I do? I just bought a simple little, curtain, and I put it over the window, and then I put little light strips around everything. Really simple, guys. Didn't cost me very much money, but it makes a huge difference. Now I look like a freaking pro. So it's all you got to pay attention to the details. The devil's in the details, guys. So, if you're new here, my name is Dan. I'm from Michigan and I used to be a monk. I still have my monk haircut. Yeah, that's how I do things. I still have my monk haircut. I've actually been buzzing my head since I was like freaking 20. I had long hair at one point, like down to my shoulders, and like people thought I was a rock star, but then I was like, I don't want to have long hair anymore. So I've been buzzing my head since I'm like 20 years old. But anyways, you probably don't care about that. So today I'm going to show you how you can make $900 or more in a day selling digital products that you don't even have to create yourself. Now you might be thinking, "Oh, that sounds too good to be true." But it's not. It's too good to pass up, guys. I've made thousands of dollars with this business, and I've seen other people make thousands or even millions of dollars with this business. So I'm going to break it down exactly how this business works. What do you got to do to have success with this business? Everything. And if you have any questions, let me know because I'm here to help you. I appreciate your questions because your questions help me know how to serve you better. So, questions are welcome. Don't be shy. Don't be shy, guys. So I'm going to show you how this works. Okay. I'm going to show you how you can make $900 or more in a day. Wouldn't you like to learn how to make $900 or more in a day, guys? That's $27,000 a month. That's $328,000 a year. That means in 3 years, you could be a millionaire. Now, you might think that's impossible, but that's your thinking. Jeff Bezos makes like $150 million a day, guys. So, like making $1 million in 3 years is kind of like, for some people, they would laugh at that. There's people out there making millions a day. And so, like, a million in 3 years, they would laugh at that. Okay. So, you got to put things in perspective. Do. 1 second. Let me mirror my screen. I got to mirror my screen. So, check it out. This is how this business works. This is pretty much how any online business works, by the way, my friends. So you need some kind of offer, right? What is an offer? It can be a product, it can be an opportunity, it can be a service. That is your offer. Okay. So what if you don't have an offer, right? Well, we give you 4 different digital programs inside of the e-learning industry that you can learn from and then you can resell for 100% profit. Like, I've never seen anything better than this because we earn 100% profit per sale. Now, I've tried a lot of different business models. I've tried MLM, I tried affiliate marketing. They don't earn 100% profit. No business, like pretty much every business on the planet only earns like 10 to 30% profit per sale. Okay. We earn 100% profit per sale. Okay. That's awesome. So every time you get a sale, every time someone goes to your website and they purchase one of the products, you earn 100%. Okay. Now, our top selling product sells for $900. Okay. So imagine that someone goes to your website, they purchase the $900 program, you make $900, right? Imagine if you made $900 today. How would that feel? See, I never made $900 in my life, guys, in one day until I started this business. Never happened in my life. Okay. I've been overworked and underpaid my whole life. And then I finally hit my breaking point. I was like, enough of this crap. Okay. Because I was working for this company for 5 years. And then they decided out of the blue, they decided to cut everyone's pay basically in half. Okay. So our income basically got cut in half. And they only gave us a 3-week notice, it was actually a blessing in disguise. Because when my company that I was working for cut my pay in half, it made me realize that I never want to work for people ever again, that I got to figure out a better way to make money. Okay. So it was a blessing in disguise. Even though it sucked at the time, it turned out to be a blessing. See, that's life, guys. You gotta trust that everything is gonna work out for you in the end. You gotta have trust. You gotta have faith. You shouldn't worry about anything because why? What's the point? Is worrying about stuff? Is it gonna make things better? No. You got to trust. You got to trust in yourself. You got to trust in the universe that everything's going to work out for you. So we earn 100% profit per sale. Okay. Step number two, you got to automate your business. We give you a pre-built automated system. And this system's out there working for you 24/7. Okay. So you can make money while you're sleeping or doing the things that you love. And you don't even have to answer to a boss. Do you like working for people? I hate it. I never want to work a job again in my life. I absolutely hate it. It's not like I don't like working. You don't like, I mean, we don't mind working, guys. Like none of us mind working. What we mind, the problem is we just don't like being overworked. We don't like being overworked and underpaid. We want to be paid what we're worth. We don't want to be overworked. We don't want to be underpaid. We want to be paid what we're worth. We're not lazy. I don't think any of us here are lazy. We just don't want to be underpaid. That's all. If you actually were like getting paid what you're worth or more, I'm pretty sure you're going to show up every day. Like I show up every day and I work on myself. Okay. I'm not lazy. I show up every day and I work on myself. But I just was working for people that were underpaying me and I was sick of it. So what happens is people go to your link. Okay. They go to your link and they're putting their email in. So you're building your email list. Okay. And then once they're inside of your automations, they can buy from you at any time. So they're going to go through your automations. Okay. They're going to watch videos. They're going to get emails. It's going to send them to your sales page. Right. And that's where they can buy from you. Okay. So after you get your automation set up, now all you got to do is drive traffic to your offer. This is true for every single business, guys. Every single business on the planet. You got to have an offer, and then you have to drive traffic to your offer. What does that mean? You got to send people to your offer. People need to go to your offer to buy it. So how do we drive traffic? How do we get people to go to our link? Okay. Well, there's 4 different ways to do that. We teach you the free strategies. So you don't have to spend, you don't have to spend money on ads. You don't have to bother your friends and family. You don't have to cold message people. All you got to do is post 3 pieces of content a day. Okay, minimum. Post 3 pieces of content a day, and then you can go live. Okay, that's all you got to do. Post content, go live. You don't even have to go live. You can just focus on creating content. Like I'm going all in on YouTube now. Like I'm going all in. So I'm like focusing on creating like 1 YouTube video a day. Okay, 1 YouTube video a day. I'm posting it to YouTube because I'm going all in on YouTube. All right. So that's all you got to do is post content and go live. You don't even have to go live, but why not? Because it's good for your business. Creating content, going live, that's how you grow your following from scratch. I've done it personally, guys. I'm proof of this. I'm proof that you don't need a following because I've grown multiple social media channels from scratch and made thousands of dollars from scratch. Okay, so I'm proof that this stuff works. All right, because I didn't have any warm following. I didn't have an audience when I started my business. You don't need an audience. You just got to be coachable and you got to be consistent. That's it. Okay. So you create 3 pieces of content a day. You can go live. You're driving traffic to your system. Okay. You're building your email list. And then once people are inside of your automations, they go through your sales funnel and they can buy from you at any time. Right. That's how you earn passive income. That's how you make money while you're sleeping. And then step number 4, you got to relate to people. Okay. There's 5 billion of people a day on social media, which means there's so many customers out there. There's so many potential customers out there, but you got to relate to people. You got to stand out in your content. Okay. So how do you relate to people? By sharing your story. Like I used to be a monk. I was a monk for 10 years. Okay. I traveled around. What did I do when I was a monk? Well, I was a musical monk, right? I played music. I traveled around. I danced. I gave people food. I served people food. I distributed spiritual books to people. Okay. I meditated. That's what I did. I was a monk. When you're a monk, it means you're a selfless servant to humanity. I was just serving humanity. I was feeding people, giving them spiritual wisdom, playing spiritual music for people. That's what I did when I was a monk. But then I decided I don't want to be a monk anymore because I want more freedom. Okay. Because like a monk life is very disciplined life and it's a very restricted life. So it was fun. I enjoyed it. I enjoyed my monk life. I was great. I could be a monk again at any time because I know how to do it. I was a pretty good monk. I could be a monk at any time, guys. I could walk away from the world again, but I don't want to do that right now. So so I was a monk, and then after being a monk for like 10 years, I decided, okay, I want to go in a different direction. I want to pursue other things. So then I started working for a company for like 5 years. Okay, I started working for a company, and then they cut my pay in half. And then I was like, okay, this sucks. And I was like, all right. So I had to make a decision. Do I want to find another job or do I want to figure out how to make money online? I decided I want to figure out how to make money online because I see that people are making thousands of millions of dollars online. I want to figure out how to do that. So I went online to search for ways to make money, and that's when I discovered this blueprint. Okay, and it shows you how to make $900 or more a day, working just 2 hours around your schedule, and you get to keep 100% of the profit. See, I've tried other things. I tried MLM. I tried affiliate marketing. You don't get to keep 100% of the profit. You're earning small commissions. If you're doing multi-level marketing, you're earning small commissions. You're doing affiliate marketing, you're earning small commissions most of the time. Okay. But with this, our top selling product sells for $900. So there's no limit to how many sales you can get. Okay. There's no limit because we promote digital products in the e-learning industry. And since they're digital products, we don't have to worry about shipping. We don't have to worry about inventory. Okay. So I made thousands of dollars so far doing this, guys. So I'm proof that it works. And I did it like when I started, I was not good at all. I was very sloppy and I'm still improving. So you don't have to be perfect. See, I made thousands of dollars, guys, just by posting content and going live. That's all I've done. That's how I did it. Posting content. What are you posting the content about? You're sharing the opportunity with people. You're sharing your offer with people. That's it. That's how all businesses make money, guys. Like businesses make money by promoting offers, which could be a product, it can be an opportunity, it can be a service. Okay. So what do all businesses need? They need leads. They need customers. If you don't have leads, you're not going to make any money. Okay. So how do you get leads? Well, you can do paid advertising, but nobody wants, like, if you don't have money, you don't really want to do that. If you don't have a lot of money to to mess around with, or if you don't know what you're doing, you don't want to do paid ads because it's going to cost you a lot of money and it's a lot of money. And plus, like once your ad is over, it's over. But we teach you how to do free strategies. Like we teach you how to use social media, right? We teach you how to post content on social media. So your content's out there working for you 24/7. Like I have videos out there. People are watching my videos right now. I can guarantee you that because I have thousands of videos out there because I've been posting content for the past year. So I guarantee you right now, somebody's watching one of my videos. Okay. That's called leverage, guys. That's why you want to post content because your content's like your digital real estate. You're just planting seeds. Okay. You're like Johnny Appleseed. Okay. You're out there planting seeds. You're like right now, that's what I'm doing, guys. I'm planting seeds. Okay. That's what you're doing with your content. You're building your digital real estate. And your content's out there working for you 24/7, right? And then you need some kind of offer, right? So we give you the offer. You get 4 different digital programs that you can learn from and you can resell for 100% profit. Okay. And the beautiful thing about this is whatever whatever you learn from this, you're going to learn sales and marketing. And whatever you learn from this, you can just promote this program for the rest of your life if you want to do that. But maybe later on you're going to promote some other offers. But whatever skills you learn about marketing, like whatever skills you learn about marketing from this program, you can use to promote any other offer in the future. See, I wish I would have learned these skills back in the day. When I was doing multi-level marketing and affiliate marketing, I made no money because I didn't know how to market. I didn't know how to market, guys. If I would have known what I know now about marketing, I probably would have made a lot more money in those things. But I'm kind of glad that I didn't because I prefer this business model anyways. Like I prefer this business model to any other business model that I've tried. I prefer this offer to any other offers that I've promoted. And I'm just being straight up honest. Okay. This is the best business that I've ever found. See, I'm not someone who bashes other businesses. I'm not someone out there that slanders other people and does slander marketing. I don't do that. But I will say from me being honest, this is the best business that I've ever been a part of. And it's not even close. Why is it the best? Because we earn 100% profit per sale. Okay. And there's other opportunities where you earn 100% profit. And I've tried some, but why is this better than those that I've tried? Because of the community, the support, the training, the live events. That's why. So if you want to learn more, just go here, guys. 7-Figure Monk. Okay. There's a link in my bio. 7-Figure Monk, right? Just go here, 7figuremonk.com. Okay. There's a link in my bio. You can go there, check it out. Just put in your best email, check your spam, check your promotions folder for the word blueprint. All right. You can get started at any time. You can reply to my emails at any time. No pressure. Yeah. Not only was I a monk, guys, and not only am I an entrepreneur, but I also play guitar. I'm also a musician. Yeah. I want money, lots and lots of money. I want the pie in the sky. I want money, lots and lots of money. So don't be asking me why. I want to be rich. Oh, I want to be rich. I want to be rich. Oh, I want to be rich. Abundance. Tasty licks, baby. I'm gonna play guitar like Jimi Hendrix one day. Instead, I'm not gonna play behind my back though. I'm not gonna do that. I'm not gonna play with my teeth because I don't want to break my teeth. I'm just gonna yeah, baby. That's how I do things. So this is digital marketing, guys. You just need Wi-Fi. You just need your phone. You just need 2 hours a day. That's it. And you can make $900 or more in a day. So why wouldn't you do this? Like, if you don't have an offer, if you're not promoting a business, why wouldn't you do this? Like, I want to know. Like, can anyone give me a good reason? Like, I haven't, like, I don't, like, what are you going to do? Like, if you don't do this, what are you going to do? Are you going to do multi-level marketing? You're going to sell like overpriced products. You're going to do that. Multi-level marketing, you're going to build teams. You're going to split your commissions with other people. See, if you're going to do affiliate marketing, you're going to earn small commissions. Okay. You're going to earn small commissions. You're splitting your commissions with other people. You want to do that. You're going to do drop shipping. You're going to have to like, deal with like overseas suppliers. You got to deal with shipping. You got to deal with inventory. You got to deal with like, refunds and all this crap. A lot of hassle. I would never want to do that. Like, after doing this, I would never want to do anything else because this is so beginner friendly, my friends. So beginner friendly. Like, it's so easy. It's so simple. I could teach a child how to do this stuff, guys. I can literally teach a child how to do this stuff. It's not complicated. Okay. You just post 3 pieces of content a day. I could teach a child how to do that. I could teach a child how to go live. Now they have like, most children have like squirrel brains. So it'd be hard to get them to like sit down and focus, but I could, I could, because all you got to do is post content. Okay. 3 pieces of content a day and it can go live. And you can also read off a teleprompter. So you can read off a teleprompter, guys. Like, you don't have to like, you don't have to create your own original content all the time. Like, you can read off a freaking teleprompter. You can use ChatGPT. It is still like, even when I create stuff with ChatGPT, it's still original for me as far as I'm concerned, because I'm the one who's prompting ChatGPT to say what I want it to say. Right. It's yeah. Is it doing some of the work? Yeah. Is it doing work for me? Yeah. But I'm the one who's telling ChatGPT what I want it to say. So even though I'm like, I use AI for certain things, I mean, I'm still the one who's like directing the AI, right, to say things the way I want it to, like, and I edit it. Like, I don't like, if I don't like what it says, I edit it. So, but the thing is, you can create chat scripts, and there's teleprompter apps on your, like, that you can use, where you can just basically copy and paste your chat script into a teleprompter and then read right from that freaking teleprompter. So it's impossible to run out of ideas, guys. It's impossible to run out of content ideas. If you don't know if you can't figure out how to create a piece of content, you're like overthinking it, or something's going on. Like, because all we do is post content and we go live, guys. I can never run out of content ideas. It's impossible. It's impossible because I have it because of AI, because it's so easy now. Like, the game has changed, guys. You got to learn this stuff. If you're not learning how to use AI, if you're not learning how to build a business, if you're not learning how to build multiple streams of income, woo, because there's basically 2 ways to make money, right? You can work for other people, which means you're exchanging your time for money. Okay, you're working for other people. Okay, you're building other people's businesses. That's one way to make money. Okay, building other people's businesses, and then you're like overworked and underpaid. I've never been at a job that I wasn't overworked and underpaid at. Not one of my jobs, guys. Every single job that I worked at, I was overworked and underpaid. Now I get it. Some people might have high paying jobs. I get that. But how much time do they have to spend at those jobs? 40 plus hours a week. Like, if you're like your most valuable asset is time, There's nothing more valuable than time, right? There's nothing, because if like you can't get back a second, you can't buy back a second, even if you have $1 billion trillion, even if you're Jeff Bezos, even if you're the richest person in the world, you can't buy back a second. Okay. So there's nothing more valuable about with time. So what you're doing at a job, you are literally selling your time for money. Okay. So how long do you want to sell your time for? Like, do you want to sell your time for money for the rest of your life? Like, how long do you want to do that? Like, think about it. Because that's all you're doing at a job, guys. You're building someone else's business and you're making other people rich. That's what you're doing at a job, whether you like it or not. It's the truth. I know people who speak the truth, they're not really appreciated in human society, but it's a fact. I speak a lot of truth, guys, and I hold back. If I spoke more truth, I would be like the most hated man in the universe. But I hold back sometimes because I know people aren't ready to hear certain things. I know that. So just go here, sevenfiguremonk.com, sevenfiguremonk.com. Go there, put in your best email, check your spam, check your promotions folder for the word blueprint. Okay. You can get started with this business at any time. You can unsubscribe at any time. Okay. There's no pressure. There's no pressure here, guys. Like, this is a rejection-free business. All you got to do is get started and set up your system. And then once your business is set up, you just post 3 pieces of content a day. Okay. You post 3 pieces of content a day to social media. Okay. And all you're doing is building your email list. And once people are inside of your email list, they can buy from you at any time. Okay. Now, why do we want to make money? We want to make money so we can live a life of freedom. We all want that. Freedom to travel, freedom to spend time with our family, freedom to buy whatever we want. We all want the same thing, guys. When it comes down to it, we all want freedom. Okay. That's why I like to help, guys. I like to help freedom seeking men and women hit 6 or 7 figures online without having to work a crappy job, right? Because nobody wants to work a job. Nobody really wants to work a job. Everybody would prefer to make millions of dollars in their sleep. I mean, everyone who's like sane, everyone who's sane would prefer to make thousands of millions of dollars in their sleep. Everyone who's not crazy would prefer to make thousands or millions of dollars in their sleep. They would prefer to just be able to have money coming in, whether they're working or not. Everybody on the planet wants that. And if they're not saying that, they're lying. Okay. They're lying, because everyone wants that, because you have to be literally insane not to want that, guys. So why don't you figure it out? It's not complicated. See, with this business, you can get this business started in less than a day. It took me a few hours to set up this business, guys. You don't need any tech skills. Just got to copy and paste your information into the system. And then once your business is set up, you're ready to go. Okay. So just go here, sevenfiguremonk.com, check it out. All right. Okay. All right. Yeah, man. Yeah. Yeah. I love it, man. This is fun. Life is great, right? Life is great. Hold on one second. I'm just gonna go live on another platform real quick. Let's see. Let's see. Let's see where I'm at. Okay. Here we go. Here we go. Here we go now. Here we go. Here we go. Here we go now. I love this, man. This is so fun. It's so much easier to make money now than it's ever been in the history of the world. It's never been so easy to make money, guys. This is like the best time in the universe. Best time in the history of the world to make money is now, my friends. Never been a better time. Let's see here. Oops. Yeah, let me do it like that. All right. All right. Yeah. I'm just chilling, man. I'm just chilling. I'm just here to help people. So let me know how I can better help you guys. I'm just here to help you make money so you can live a life of freedom. So I'm always like, I realize connection equals currency. That's why I'm going to start a community soon, because I realize you got to connect with people. You got to learn from people. You got to see how to help. You got to see how to better serve people, right? See, everyone wants to be the master. Nobody wants to be the servant, but we are all servants, guys. At the end of the day, we're all servants. Okay. Either you're serving like, what's his name? Bob Dylan, right? I love Bob Dylan. I'm a musician, if you haven't noticed. I can play the guitar like a like a freaking straight G. Imagine if I practice more. Like I barely even practice. I gotta practice more. But Bob Dylan, he's like, you got to serve somebody. So yeah, it's fact. Either you're look at this is gonna blow your mind. This might trigger you guys. You might pass out. But either you're serving like you have to serve somebody. Okay. So either you're serving your boss, or you're serving your employee, or you're serving your wife, or you're serving your husband, or you're serving your dog. like you got to serve somebody, guys. You got to serve God. Like ultimately we're servants of God. Okay. But people have forgotten this, but that's a whole different story, guys. But like, let's not go into that tangent. Okay. So this is digital marketing. So digital marketing is like one of the fastest growing industries in the world. Okay. It's called digital marketing, right? Take off my hat here. And how this works is I'm giving you a business in a box. Okay. You can set up this business in a day. You can have your own digital business out there working for you 24/7, and you can make $900 or more in a day. Okay. All you're doing is promoting digital programs in the e-learning industry. So I love like I've done so many different things, guys. I've promoted so many different things, but this is by far the best thing I've ever promoted. Okay. It's digital education. Okay. It's a program. It's like going to college, but what are you going to college to learn? You're learning how to build multiple streams of income. You're learning how to make 6 and 7 figures online. That's what you're learning, guys. Right? Why do people go to college in the first place? People go to college so they can learn some skill, right? Why? So they can make some money, right? Is that pretty much why you go to college? Yeah. So we teach you how to make 6 or 7 figures online, working just 1 to 2 hours around your schedule. So what's better, this or college? This. Ooh, triggered. Don't care. I've learned more from this program in the past year than I've learned from my whole life. When it comes to like making money and mindset, I've learned more from this program than I've learned my whole life. Like being in this community, guys, because we have a community of over 50,000 people. Okay, we get live mentoring from 6 and 7 figure income earners. We learn all kinds of things. We learn how to build multiple streams of income. Okay, we learn how to do attraction marketing. We learn how to grow our social media following. Right? We learn how to create our own offers and promote those offers. We learn how to build our own communities. This is all the kind of stuff that we learn. Okay. So if you want to learn more, just go to my website. There's a link in my bio. It's 7figuremonk.com. Just go there, put in your best email, check your spam, check your promotions folder for the word blueprint. Okay. You can get started at any time. Like, why wouldn't you want to get started? Like, if you don't figure out how to make money online, like, what are you going to do? What's the alternative? Overworked, underpaid for the rest of your life? Yeah. Most people will, guys. Unfortunately, most people are going to die overworked, underpaid. They're going to be working jobs. Like if your goal is to like retire, if that's your best idea, that's a bad idea, right? I want to work my whole life until I'm 65 so then I can retire. That's your plan. That's a horrible plan. Like you should try to retire in the next year. That's a good plan, guys. You should try like people do that. People do, guys. Like I'm reading this book from Alex Hermosi right now. And he was sharing his story in the book, and he went from zero, okay, to like millions of dollars in 1 year. He went from zero, guys, and then he had a grand slam offer. So he went from like he was living in his girlfriend's parents' house. He was living with his girlfriend in his girlfriend's parents' house. Rock bottom, guys. He went from zero, and then in the next year, he made millions and millions of dollars. So your life can turn around that fast. It can. It's happened many times. But you gotta take a chance. See, no risk, no reward. Like scared money doesn't make money. See, I know how people think because I used to think like that too. Like people are afraid to start, they're afraid to start a digital business or they're afraid to start a side hustle because they're afraid that they'll lose money. They're afraid that they won't be successful. Okay. But scared money doesn't make money. See, the reason, or they don't think they just don't believe in themselves. They don't think they can do it sometimes, they won't admit it, but it's true. Like, cause I know how people think. They just don't believe in themselves. They don't think they can do it. Like, or they're afraid that they're going to fail. They're afraid that they're not going to make any money, or they're afraid that it's not going to work. See, I was skeptical about making money online until I made money online. And then I got my first sale and it didn't even matter how much the sale was. Like as soon as I got my first sale online, then I knew like, okay, that I can make money online. It only took one sale. So like if you've made one sale before online, you should never be skeptical because you know that the process works. So I was never skeptical again after I just got one sale. And I think my first sale that I ever made was like $5 or something. But after I got that one sale, I was never skeptical. But you shouldn't be skeptical anyways, because if you haven't paid attention, if you're not paying attention, there's people that are making thousands of millions of dollars online. So how can you be skeptical about things when people are proven to make thousands of millions of dollars online? Now, are there some good opportunities out there and bad opportunities? Yeah. I've joined many bad opportunities, but I learned because either you win and you learn, right? Either you win and you make thousands of millions of dollars or you learn. So I don't even like cry, but like even when I didn't make any money, like I did affiliate marketing for many years. Like I did affiliate marketing and multi-level marketing for many years, like probably like 5 years at least. And I made no money, guys. Like we're talking zero. We're talking negative. I was probably negative because they had monthly fees. Because all the programs that I was part of in the past, they all had monthly fees. So I was spending money on monthly fees and I was getting no sales. I wasn't making any money. But I never stopped. I never quit. I just pivoted. Okay, I was like, okay, this opportunity is not this one kind of sucks. So I'm gonna try something else. And I would try different things and I would win or I would learn, or I was mostly losing. I'm being straight up honest. I didn't make anything, guys. And then until I started this business, then I launched this business, and now I've made thousands of dollars so far. And I've learned so much from this business. Like if I would have learned these skills, I wish I would have learned these skills when I was young. Because what are you going to learn? You're going to learn how to, launch your own digital business. You're going to learn how to build, you're going to learn how to do email marketing. You're going to learn how to attract customers just by posting content on social media. Okay. You're going to learn how to create your own brand. Like, what is my brand? Check it out. This is my brand, Seven Figure Monk. Why Seven Figure Monk? Because I used to be a monk for 10 years. I still have my monk haircut. I used to be a monk for 10 years, guys, believe it or not. I was a monk. I was living in temples. I was meditating. I was reading spiritual books. I was making spiritual music. I was sharing spiritual wisdom with people. I was feeding hungry people. That's what I did. Yeah, it was extreme, Natalie. It was very extreme. I was sleeping on the floor. I was sleeping on the floor. I was waking up at 4 o'clock in the morning. I was sleeping on the floor with like a little mat, those little camping mats. That was my bed. For many years. For many years I did that. And I was wearing robes. No, it was not comfy at all. It was not comfy at all. I would never do that again. I would never do that again. Not all monks sleep on the floor. Like some monks sleep on beds. It's like you don't have to sleep on the floor, but basically when you're a monk, it's like simple, it's simple living. We had a phrase that we always used, right? Yeah, austerities. That's what monks do. Monks do austerities. So we had a phrase that we used when we were monks. It was simple living, high thinking. Okay, but it was fun. No, don't get me wrong. Like even though it was austere, I still had a lot of fun because I was hanging out with other monks too. And they were just people from America, right? They were other Americans like me. Like some were the same age as me, some were a little older or younger. Okay. So it's kind of like going to college. And we were monking around together. And because we all like all of us, we just had like some kind of spiritual calling or something. Like we're all called, like we had some kind of spiritual calling. Like for me, the reason I became a monk is because like I was married for briefly, like one of the shortest marriages in history. It was a Hollywood marriage. Okay. I was married for only like 6 months. And I thought like, and when I got married, I thought like I made it. I thought like my life was perfect. I was like, okay, now I'm married. I got my beautiful wife. I'm going to college. I want to be like a rock star musician, you know. And I had a job. I had my car, had my job, going to school. I was like, yeah, yeah, this is my life's perfect now. Yay. And then 6 months later, crash and burn. Divorce, wife left me. I was suffering so much because I wasn't ready for that. I couldn't handle that. I wasn't mature enough to deal with that at the time because I was young. I wasn't mature. You probably got so good at whatever you're into, no distractions. What do you mean? Like just in general? Also extreme. My whole life is extreme, guys. I've lived an extreme life. I've lived a life. My life is different. My life has been different. So yeah. So the pain of the divorce and everything, it just made me question like the meaning of life. It made me question everything. And it's like, why am I even freaking here? Like, what the hell is the point of life? What am I like? Get married, get a job? Is that it? Get married, get a job, and work for the rest of my life? Like, what the hell? And then maybe my wife can leave me again, and I'm just got to deal with all this pain for the rest of my life. Like, what is going on? Like, so then I quit my job. I dropped out of school because I was going to college. I dropped out of school and I went. I had a friend, and I was like, "Let's go on a road trip, man." Because at that time I had nothing to lose. I lost everything. Like I was a mess. I was a freaking mess. Drinking, smoking, chain smoking. I was smoking like 3 packs of cigs a day. I don't smoke anymore, thank God. Took me a long time to quit that habit. I was smoking. I was chain smoking. I was drinking. I was a freaking ghost. I remember people would like say, "Man, look at like this guy. Look at this guy, man. This guy's messed up." I would hear people like at the bar sometimes. I would hear, "Man, look at this guy." Like I remember one time when someone was like, "Man, this guy's messed up." It's probably a girl. They're right. So I was a mess, guys. And then I was like, "Let's go on it." I was like, I told my friend at the time, one of my good friends, I'm like, "Man, let's go on a road trip." So I was driving a Jeep. I was driving a Jeep Wrangler at the time. I hear that my 20s were crazy. Same here. When you were a monk, no distractions, so you can work on hobbies and bettering yourself, huh? When I was a monk, see what I loved about my like what attracted me to the kind of monk that I was, like there was a lot of music involved. And I'm a musician. Okay. Like before I became a monk, I wanted to be a rock star. Okay. So what attracted me to the monk life was the music and the food. They had really good food. Even to this day, some of the best food I've had. Okay. The music, the food, and the philosophy. I loved it all. Like I loved the philosophy. I thought it was great. And so I was learning like Indian instruments. Like this is kind of Eastern philosophy kind of monk, like yoga, meditation kind of stuff. So I was learning instruments. Like I would practice these instruments and we would chant. We do chanting together. Like we'd chant in like groups. Okay. It was a whole thing. It's crazy. It's like a whole thing, guys. Like there's dancing, there's chanting, there's music, there's reading. So I'd wake up. Yeah. So like when I was a monk, I was basically reading a lot of spiritual books and I was playing spiritual music a lot. So I'm like I can play all these instruments now, and I know all about like Eastern music and stuff. And I was going out in the streets and I was sharing spiritual wisdom with people, and I was playing music for people in public because I was actually a monk in Manhattan, guys. You did yoga this AM, yeah. My yoga is very inconsistent these days. Actually, because one day I got hit by a car. And I used to do yoga all the time, like every day. And I was much more flexible, but then I got hit by a car one day when I was walking down the street in New York City. Got hit by a car, and I was like laid out for 4 months. And after that, like I never really recovered it into my yoga routine. Now I'm not like I'm fine, like I'm fine, but I'm just lazy with my yoga. That's all. Like I'll do some yoga and I'll do it time to time, but it's like just a little bit. But anyways, yeah, when I was a monk, I would do my stuff and I would go out on the streets of Manhattan, guys, and I'll play music. It was great. I had a blast. It was fun. It was fun. I could still do it today, guys. I could like see some monks and I could join them and just dance with them and play music with them like I never stopped. Because once you learn something, it's like anything else, right? But anyways, that's my story, my friends. And then I left the monk life and I got back into society. And society kind of sucks. Society's hard, man. Like you gotta like because like you're over like most people are overworked and underpaid. You got to deal with all these crappy governments and stuff that are taxing the citizens. You got to deal with all this inflation and crap. So there's a lot like monk life was so much more simple. I didn't have to deal with any of this stuff. But once I got back into society, I got to deal with all the crap again, right? And then you got to make money. Okay. So so I was working for a company for like 5 years. And then one day the company decided to cut everybody's pay basically in half. So my income was cut in half. And I was like, what the heck is going on? So I decided, okay, so I had to make a decision, right? Just like we all have to make decisions. So I had to make a decision. Do I want to get another job? I was like, no, why would I want to get another job? Why would I want to do that again? Because I got like once bitten, twice shy. You know that phrase? Once bitten, twice shy. So if one company could just cut my pay and treat me like crap, any company can do that. So why would I want to do that again? So I was like, okay, either I can figure out how to make money online once and for all, or I can get a job. I was like, I'm going to figure out how to make money once and for all. Okay. So then I was, I already had like an online business, but I wasn't making any money with it. And then one day I was on Facebook and I was scrolling on Facebook and I saw one of my Facebook friends. He was promoting this offer, which is what I'm doing right now. He was promoting this offer, earn $900 or more a day. At that time, it was only $600 because it was like the offer was a little bit different. Earn $600 a day, 2-hour workday, 100% profit. So I was like, okay, send me the information, bro. And he sent me the info, and I got started like within a few days. See, so many people, they overthink this stuff. Like they're looking for different opportunities, right? And then they think about it for like weeks, months, sometimes even years. But that's not, you just got to get in the game. Okay. So it took me a few days to like get the money together because I wasn't rich, to get the money together and just start my business. Okay. So I launched that business probably at like the end, like beginning of 2024, right? Beginning of 2024, I launched my business. And then since then, I've made thousands of dollars with this business. Like, okay, like 30K or something so far, which is pretty good for me. Like, I'm happy with that. Because why am I happy with 30K so far? Because I made zero. I made zero in every single other opportunity that I've tried. So I'm thrilled. Like 30K, thank you. Yeah, I'll take it. But I'm just getting started, guys. Like my goal is to make millions and millions of dollars and help other people make millions and millions of dollars too. Like I want to help at least 5,000 people become self-made millionaires, right? But even if I just help one person become a millionaire, even if I just help one person become free, then that's the success for me, guys. Even one. But the goal is 5,000. I want to help 5,000 people become self-made millionaires. But even one's enough because that means I impacted one life in a huge way. I've already impacted so many people. I've already helped people start their journey. Okay. I've already helped like many people start their entrepreneurial journey. So we'll see what they do. I can't control what they do. Like I can guide them and the community can guide them. But at the end of the day, you can't control what other people are going to do. But all I can do is like, give them the opportunity, and whatever they do with that, that's on them. Same with you. Like I can give you this opportunity, but whatever you do with the opportunity, that's your choice. That's your responsibility. Just like it's my responsibility to build my business, and it's your responsibility to build your business. Now, are we going to help you build your business? Am I going to help you build your business? Yeah. Is the community going to help you build your business? Yeah. But at the end of the day, you got to take responsibility for building your business. So what do you got to do to build your business? Well, you just got to post at least 3 pieces of content a day. We have a 2-hour workday. So you post 3 pieces of content a day and you can go live. You're just posting content and going live. And if you don't want to go live, just post content. Content is enough, guys. Content is king. Okay. Content is enough. Start a YouTube channel with this business. Okay. I'm learning all about YouTube now. I create 1 YouTube video a day. If I can do it, you can do it. I create 1 YouTube video a day, guys, that I post to YouTube. My goal is to grow my YouTube channel. I want to get monetized on YouTube because once you get good on YouTube, guys, they pay you money just to post content. So why wouldn't you want to figure out how to do that? Like you can create a YouTube channel about anything. Like whatever you're passionate about, then just create a YouTube channel about it. If you don't want to do this business, like if you do this business, guys, you can create your YouTube channel about this business, which is the best of both worlds. Because not only are you promoting your business, but you're also getting monetized on YouTube. But if you don't want to do it about this business, you can do it about anything that you're passionate about. Whatever you can talk about, whatever you can teach, whatever you're good at, whatever you can talk about for the rest of eternity. Like if you can talk about something for hours and hours and hours, just like I can sit here and talk about business for hours and hours and hours, guys. I do it every day. I can talk about business. I can share my story. I can talk about this stuff all day. Like it never gets old for me. So it's easy for me to create content because I like doing this stuff, right? I like learning. I like digital marketing. I like impacting people's lives. I like sales. I like marketing. I like learning all this stuff. So I can talk about it all day and night, just like I can talk about, philosophy because I was a monk. I can talk about philosophy all day and night too. I used to give spiritual classes, guys. I used to read from spiritual books and give classes. I can still do that anytime I want to. And I do have a channel about that, but I haven't been on it lately. Maybe that's a good idea. Maybe I'll jump on that channel again, start giving some spiritual talks. Why not? And I can talk about music too, because I'm a musician. I play guitar, right? So I can talk about some music. Like I can talk about, hey, what is this note? What is this? Oh, this is the E minor pentatonic scale. What is this? Oh, it's an E chord to a D chord, to a G chord, to an A chord, to a C chord, to an A minor, to a D minor. So you just gotta post content, guys. Stop overthinking this stuff. Like, just stop overthinking everything. Like, what is overthinking doing for you? Is it making you money? Is it helping you make progress? No, it's not. It's not doing anything for you. It's not serving you. So whatever you're doing, like either what you're doing is serving you or sabotaging you. Simple as that, guys. Once you realize that, you can change your life. People are not aware. You got to be aware of your activities. You got to be aware of your actions. I learned this inside of our community, guys. See, that's why I love this community, because they talked about it. Like one day I heard she says, one of the mentors, she was like, what, like your actions are either serving you or they're sabotaging you, right? Break it down, guys. Like, are your actions serving you? Now, if you're posting content online, that means your actions are serving you, okay? Because you're posting content online. You're building a business. You're building your social media, right? Those actions are serving you. Now, like if you're sitting around and watching Netflix all day, that's not serving you. It's stealing your time. If you're sitting around eating junk food all day, drinking, smoking, that's not serving you. That's destroying your life. That's destroying your body. Okay. So you know what's serving you. Like if you're just be a little bit aware of what is serving you and what is sabotaging you. Because once you can stop doing the things that, if you could just stop doing the things that are sabotaging you, if you can just say no to the things that are sabotaging you, you're gonna make a lot of progress. You just got to take action, man. You just got to take action. Stop overthinking everything because it's not getting you anywhere. All right. Just go to my link if you want to learn more. 7figuremonk.com, guys. Check it out. 7-Figure Monk. That is me, the one and only. There's no other 7-Figure Monk, guys. I am a complete original. That cannot be denied. Just like you are a complete original too. You can create your own original brand that is tailored to you. Okay. Your brand is tailored to you. Like, what do you want to be known for? Like, who do you want to be? Like some people are like, 6-figure mom or something, 6-figure dad or whatever. It doesn't have to be 6-7 figures. It could be whatever you want to call yourself, whatever you want to like be known for. Like, you got to create a domain, right? Like, you got to go to, like, if you want to have a digital business, you got to create a domain. Okay. So if you don't know what your brand is, you can go to ChatGPT, be like, ChatGPT, help me create a brand for myself. Like, because I want to create a brand for myself. And then ChatGPT will give you ideas of what your brand could be based on you. Let's see. Baby, I really want to know. I messed up the chord. Baby, I really want to know. I think you should stop your crying. Here's my kerchief to dry your eyes. You know I love you. Baby, here I am. I'm rubbing from my belly like some guava jelly. Damn, here I stand. I'm rubbing from my belly like some guava jelly. This train is bound for me. This train. Hear me talking about this train is bound for glory. This train. This train is bound for glory. This train don't carry no unholy stone that the builder refused. Shall always be the heck on a stone. Stone that the builder refused. Shall always be the heck on a stone. For a builder, baby. Here I am, a stone. Don't mean to confuse it, girl. For the things you should use are the things you should choose. Do you hear me? Hear what I say. This train is bound for glory. This train. This train is bound for glory. This train. This train is bound for glory. This train don't carry no one holy, 'cause I just can't be sad. Boom. See? That's a perfect example about taking imperfect action, because I messed up that song, man. I messed up the chords, but I don't give a crap. I don't care, because I don't care, because I'm not perfect. Either are you. Nobody's perfect, guys. That's why you got to take action. This is why you got to take action. Just do it. All right. Go to sevenfiguremonk.com. I'll see you in the next one. Have a great day. God bless.